Hello. Welcome
Wait,
to
restart.
Hello. Welcome to the Nick and Friends podcast.
With Nick and Cassidy.
No longer his only friend, but his primary friend.
Can we do one more?
Why? Why do you always make me restart?
Go one more.
But I was funny.
One more.
And you're making me retell my joke? You better laugh.
Okay.
Welcome to the Nick and Friends podcast.
With Nick and Cassidy on Joe FM. No, okay, we need to restart. This is not good.
That was funny.
One more time.
Welcome to the Nick and Friends podcast.
With Nick and Cassidy.
I'm no longer his only friend, but I'm still his primary friend.
This is way too scripted. But
I told you had to laugh after I said it.
Okay, no. Carry on. What
Laugh
do we got?
track, please.
Everyone, watch the video. Don't click off.
Oh my lord.
Your finger's on the button. I see it. Don't click off. Put it on while you're vacuuming, eating dinner, doing your schoolwork. Most people that don't go to school that watch this, but if you do, put it on while you're doing something and watch us. Or else.
Or else Nick will send the...
We're almost at 100 subscribers, so that too, just focus up, everybody, here for a second and get us to 100 subscribers and watch the videos. All right, what do you got?
We're just gonna go into it with a bang. I got some conversation starters today. Okay, we have some music ones. What is your good mood song? Like a song that instantly puts you in a good mood.
Yes. The song that instantly puts me in a good mood is Window Out the Dirty Window.
Oh my god. That's such a
I can't remember what it's
answer. Unwritten.
What is the chorus? I can't even think of it right now. How does it go? I can hear it in my head. You don't know either.
What? Yeah, what the heck?
It's... All I know it's like, open up the door. What's the chorus? I can't think of the chorus.
Open up the dirty window?
That
doesn't sound right.
That's like that's the verse after. The rest is still unwritten.
Okay.
It's Unwritten. That's what it's called, by Natasha something.
I already told you what it was called. Listen, you do not listen to me. Who else has this problem where their partner just does not listen to them?
Honestly, Kate, not always. My brain was not always this bad.
I think it was.
No, I fully disagree. I used to have a really good memory, but even I'm noticing myself. Maybe it's just stress, or I'm getting older. Or I don't know what it is, but there's something is actually going on. Maybe I need to go for a brain scan or something, because lately I feel like my brain has been remembering less and less.
I feel like you never remember.
I don't know
things.
if it's just stress or what, but no, I feel like I used to have a really good memory. And
don't
I
know
remember the things that I felt were important.
So nothing I ever said
no,
is
that's
what he's
not
saying.
True. Things that were at the top of the list.
Honestly, I think it's just a man thing. I think men, I feel like all females in relationships will relate to their partner. Just I'll tell you something, and then you'll ask me a question. I'll be like, I literally just answered that. Literally just answered that.
Because I have so much going on in this big empty skull that it just, things are rattling around in there, and it's like I'm focused on something in there, and then all of a sudden I realize we were talking about something else, and then it just keeps thinking about something else, and then you tell me something, and it's I'm kind of listening, and then all of a sudden I think of subconsciously I heard you, so then I ask you the same question, because I know it entered in there, but it just didn't fully, the hamster didn't go around the wheel completely quite yet.
I don't know about that. My dad asked me the other day, he's like, when are you picking up Nico? I'm like, before we go to the cabin. And he's like, well, when are you? No, he asked me when I was going to the cabin, and I said, after Nick's done work on Friday. He's like, well, when are you picking up Nico? I'm like, before we go to the cabin. He's like, well, what time are you going to the cabin? And I was like, that was the question you asked me before this.
I don't know. Honestly, I just feel like I have a lot going on in my brain lately that stuff is happening, and it's not registering fully because I'm just thinking about a million different things.
Okay, in relation to your good mood song, which mine is Airwaves. I love that song.
That country song?
Mm-hmm. I always feel like it makes me smile.
It's a good song.
The next question is, do you have a guilty pleasure song, and what is it?
Honestly, I feel like that other one could fit too, because everyone knows me for listening to hip hop music, but then I play that, and then it's just a totally different vibe from what I could normally listen to. And it's this female empowering song, and I just jam to it.
I have never heard you play that song until recently when it was hyped again.
I play that song all the time.
I would have answered
We're playing-
Fireflies for you, or Fishing in the Dark for your good mood song, or your
Fish in the
guilty
Dark is
pleasure.
good, but I only know the chorus. I can pretty much sing all of Unwritten except for today.
Except for today, the day it counts.
I can't even think of the chorus for that right now.
Another music song. Another music question. Let's say for the rest of your life, whenever you enter a room, the first 15 seconds to 30 seconds of a song has to play. What are you picking?
Eye of the Tiger.
Valid.
Eye of the Tiger, because I feel like
You have to listen to the song forever, though. Like, think
I'm
about
just-
it. How many times you go to the bathroom? Eye of the Tiger. You go to the kitchen? Eye of the Tiger. You go to your bedroom?
know
Eye of
some
the Tiger.
serious shit's gonna go down when I walk in and Eye of the Tiger's playing.
I'm just thinking about that bathroom. Just I feel like I would want nothing with like lyrics if I had to listen to it for the rest
first
of my life.
3 minutes of Eye of the Tiger has no lyrics.
Valid. I would do like a violin version of like a Taylor Swift
elevator
song,
music?
like Cruel Summer, no, like Bridgerton style music. But you've never watched Bridgerton.
I don't know what that means.
That's because you're uncultured and you don't watch TV. It's a TV show, and they just like took pop songs and made them like classics, like in the style of like a classic.
That's not what defines a classic. A classic is something that's like timeless, that you
Well,
can listen to it
sorry,
any
in
era
the
of
ti-
time.
Sorry,
Acoustic?
classical.
Okay, classical makes more sense.
There you go.
But a classic is not defined
Yes.
as
I meant classical.
classical music or like acoustic-ish.
We're just gonna rapid fire some of these.
What was the question?
You already answered it. What is wrong with your brain? What side of TikTok are you currently on? And what is the weirdest side of TikTok you've ever been on? You don't have an answer?
No, I don't.
I'm currently on cucumber TikTok.
What the hell does that even mean?
Listen, this man just goes, sometimes you need to eat a whole cucumber, and I'm going to show you how to do it in a day. And then he takes this cucumber and he chops. And then he puts it in a bowl, and then he puts stuff in it, and then he shake, like a Polaroid picture, and then you have like a cucumber salad, and he just shows you a bunch of different recipes. And now all of my TikTok is just people recreating his recipes. Like literally all of my TikTok is just eating cucumbers. And I the other day ate 3 cucumbers in one day.
This is a good topic. I just can't. I don't know. I just restarted my TikTok for the podcast. That's the one I use more, and there's not really like anything specific. It's just like people like dancing and stuff still, like all the like basic stuff that they feed you when you first make the account.
Yes.
Like you're not like in deep.
I'm on another weird side. I'm also on Nashville TikTok. Like it's either cucumbers or the next video will be like, here's why Nashville is the best place to go with your girls. And it's just like a bunch of girls like dancing in clubs in Nashville.
That's where the Huck 2 girl's from. Is in Nashville somewhere. She went viral in Nashville.
I feel like Nashville would be full of good culture and go to, but I literally like it's attacking me. Like it just wants me to go. I did not have Nashville on my bucket list, and now it's like the only thing I can think about going to because
long lost relatives in Nashville.
Do we know
Not
them?
long lost, but they're like we know they're not lost because we know where they are. But we have family that are like distant, like 8th, 9th cousins.
Would they let us stay with them?
I don't even know who they are. My parents just told me that we have like family there.
Not helpful for my Nashville TikTok sighting trip. I feel like I get on very specific niche
TikTok am I
TikToks.
on? I was on Producer Talk for a while, which is like making music, but that's not interesting. I don't know. I feel like I'm not on. I currently am now watching some guy like travel, and he's traveling countries and just telling you like how good the country is. Like if you should ever go. He ranks them on like poverty and like not poverty, like cleanliness. That's what I'm trying to say.
I feel like
And,
that's
like-
standard for you considering we used to like try to travel vlog and stuff.
What else?
What's the weirdest thing you've ever been on? Do you know?
I know I've been on some weird shit, but I just can't think of it right now.
I feel like everyone was on it, but I feel like the weirdest side of TikTok that I remember is like the corn song.
The corn song, we were jamming out to that on stream the other day.
Nick is streaming on Twitch if anyone wants to go give him a follow. But
We had a good jam session to the corn song.
is that like coming in, I guess, because you're on the gaming channel, I was gonna say, like, is that coming into it? Like, are you starting to see like a lot of gaming stuff or like chain together?
A lot of the gaming stuff is like other streamers and stuff are popping up on my TikTok, but that's boring. I feel like a lot of people like that's. It's not like the deep dark side of TikTok.
I feel like I'm forgetting every side of TikTok. I feel like there was one with like a doll at some point.
Bro, I saw one lady. She had an exercise ball. This came up yesterday. She had an exercise ball, and it had a unit on the exercise ball. If you know what I'm saying.
Like an eggplant?
Yeah, like a full on. She's like, oh, I have this exercise ball, but this is the new one. Let me show you how to use it. And she just puts it on the ground and like nothing explicit, but like she's aggressively bouncing on the ball. And she's like, oh, and it has this cool handle on it. And I was like, how is this even allowed on TikTok?
Wait, I'm so confused.
She had an exercise ball, a normal one, and said, this is a boring exercise ball. I got a new one. And then she had another one, and it just had a eggplant sticking out of it. Like,
okay,
built into the exercise ball.
Okay. I was picturing just like a printed, like, nude picture on it. Not like a...
it's like a full-on hanging out the side of it.
Oh my god. Yeah, TikTok is a weird thing. I remember you got banned just for like being in your underwear on the toilet. Like you were wearing like shorts or something and they deleted it.
People make videos of like flashing their shit all the time on there. And I don't understand how that gets away. That's why I stopped posting on TikTok, because it was just like so unreliable about what you were allowed to post, but then other people were posting like full-on nipples on there and like just explicit stuff, and I couldn't like have my shirt off.
It's weird.
Like,
it does not have good regulations.
Oh, I just know I have other things on TikTok, but I just can't think of them right now.
Should we move on to the next question then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you had to wash your brain, would you use hot water or cold water?
Well, my brain is always on like 4,000%, so probably cold water, because maybe it would shock therapy. I feel like to like relax a little bit.
I too, I think, would wash my brain in cold water. I just feel like it would.
What does that even
ice
mean?
bath.
Wait, back up. What does that even mean? Like, A, why does it matter? And B, why are we washing our brain? And like, C, how did you even come up with that?
TikTok. Someone else came up with it, and I just thought, wait, that's a good question, because like, do you think your brain needs like an ice bath, or do you think it needs like a hot steamy shower to like get things going, or does it need like an ice bath to cool off?
No, my brain is always going at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Like lately, I think this goes part of like not being able to like remember things either. Lately, when I'm going to bed, I'll wake up like an hour later, and if I let my brain start to think too much before I fall back asleep, I'm just wide awake. Like all of a sudden, it's just like full blast again. And like, if I wake up, I need to go back to bed within like 2 minutes. Otherwise, it's just like full blast again. I can't sleep for hours again because it's just turning up with all the things I need to do for tomorrow and the next day. Or I should get up right now and start finishing things. And like, it's just like 6 billion miles an hour all the time. So I'm definitely going with cold, and hopefully it just like freezes it in place for like 10 seconds.
I also would like an ice bath, but I feel like I always talk about my brain being like empty compared to yours, or like Lexi's always tell Lexi's like, how would I live in your brain, because it's always going. But like, I sleep with the TV on so that my brain shuts off.
Do you know that is like linked to extra stress? Like there's studies on it that you're way more stressed out in life if you sleep with the TV on.
Probably, but I don't think that is relatable to me, because anyone who knows me will tell me that I am not a stressful person. Maybe I just don't show my stress.
It's linked. Same with clutter. That's the other thing. And I do notice when the house is like cluttered, I do feel more stressed and stuff. I have noticed that.
I don't care.
I didn't notice it until like I actually saw like a video about it, and I'm like explaining like why it actually does and like how it affects people. But I never noticed it until like it was actually pointed out to me. But I feel it now.
I don't really.
Like, I'm more stressed when I like see clutter.
I know you are, and I don't really care about clutter in any way.
Do you I don't know what made me think of this, but the hot and cold thing, washing your brain, made me think of this. When you shower, do you face the water or face away from the water?
I kind of do both.
What do you mean you do both?
Because like, if I'm washing my hair, like I'm facing away, but then like when I put conditioner in my hair, like I'm facing the water, and I'm like washing other parts of myself.
It's just slapping you in the face the whole time, and you're just drowning.
No.
The water's just pouring on your face, and you're just like...
It's hitting my body.
Help me.
Not my face at that point.
How? You're so short, too. It's just plopping on top of your head. The water's probably just, like, plopping on your head.
You just, like, step back, and it hits, like, my chest.
My
like,
shower is like a prison cell. You can't even move in my shower. So
your
you wouldn't
shower,
be able to...
I hate using. It does not have good water pressure. It's tiny. Your shower head does not, like, it pretty much goes over me. But my shower at my house, there's like plenty of room. I just like, I don't know, like when the conditioner has to sit in my hair, I don't want my hair being wet. So like,
I don't do that. You just put it in, wash it out.
You use 2-in-1.
I also do that, but when I have conditioner, I just put it all in. Sometimes I take the shampoo and I squirt it in, and then I take the conditioner and I squirt it in the same hand, and I mix it together to make 2-in-1, and then put it in my hair.
See, like,
because the conditioner is never like thick enough to actually like get in your hair. It's like, why is conditioner shampoo always so like thin and like not like thick compared to the actual shampoo stuff? Like shampoo, you put it in and it just starts lathering up and it's like foaming and sudding up all over your hair. But the conditioner, you put it in there and it's so like thin and wispy, you need to like use half a bottle to actually cover your head.
Conditioner is thicker than shampoo.
Well, maybe that's the issue.
But it
never spreads like shampoo.
It's for your ends. You're not supposed to put conditioner technically on your scalp.
It goes everywhere.
It's for the ends of your hair. But you don't have long hair, so that's why guys use 2-in-1. Because, like, how are you only going to put it in your ends?
I make my own shampoo. I just mix them together whenever someone has double not 2-in-1.
I was going to say, I've never seen you not use 2-in-1 at your house, but...
And, like, other people's houses, I always make a potion. Like, I take it and
make a potion!
I put it together.
Nick's a wizard!
And I mash it together. Because it doesn't spread. It's like butter out of the fridge. It just doesn't spread.
It's, like, supposed to sit in your hair. That's why.
Yeah, but I can't get it all over my hair because it doesn't spread.
It's not supposed to lather the same way.
Why, though?
Because it's not meant for that.
Why?
It's meant for just, like, you let it sit in the edges of your hair.
It doesn't feel like it's cleaning my head then.
I don't think conditioner is necessarily, like, cleaning. It's about repairing.
We repair it all, not just
like,
some of it.
The shampoo
That's like, I'm going to brush
it.
one tooth instead of all of them. Just the tops of my tooth instead of all of my teeth. The conditioner needs to condition it all.
No, I feel like...
You don't condition just one tooth.
I feel like conditioner is more like, you would represent it by, like, teeth whitening.
Yeah, same thing. You don't whiten one tooth, you whiten them all.
But you don't, like, whiten your whole mouth.
Yes, you do.
You only whiten the teeth.
No, that's like saying you don't condition your scalp, you condition your hair.
You don't condition your scalp.
I know, you're doing your hair. Not the skin. Okay, the skin. You're not conditioning the skin and the hair. Your mouth and your teeth are two different parts.
But so is your scalp and the rest of your hair.
No, your scalp is an area of your head.
Okay.
That's like saying
it's
your
fine.
Skin versus hair, mouth versus teeth.
That was a weird itch. What businesses do you think are, like, required to have, like, next to your house? Like, if we're picking a house, the business has to be within, like, 5 minutes.
Happy ending massage parlor.
Oh my lord. Good thing, because someone else can give it to you.
Nope. Gas station, necessary.
Okay, we're on the same board. I would say gas station.
Gas station, grocery store. I feel like that's basic, though. That's just common knowledge. What else would you say?
Starbucks or Taco Bell?
Neither of those. They can be on the opposite side of the country, and I wouldn't give a shit.
But they're my necessities. But a gas station for sure.
Gas station.
I need to be able to get a Slurpee.
Grocery store.
That's such a boring answer. You don't have like a pho restaurant? Something good? Something juicy? Just a boring Betty? Just thinking too hard. It's all good. I got lots of questions. If you worked at the county fair, what job would you have? I think I know what I would answer for you.
You're gonna say like I'd be a fucking mascot or a clown.
No, I feel like you'd be the guy operating the hammer game.
What the hell does that even mean?
I just can see you just be like, step right up, try your best.
Cassidy, I have anxiety when I talk to people. You think I'd be a carnival game giver?
Porter, quiet. No, but like when you go on TikTok, you're like, or like when you're streaming on Twitch, you're like, oh, it's me, Nick, I'm gonna go surfing. Like literally, he was like, I think I could surf, and jumped on his bed and started surfing. Like he's like, oh, I have anxiety, but then when he has to perform, Nick performs. And so I feel like at a job that you had to perform, you'd perform.
I was actually thinking about this the other day, and I don't know what it is, but when I'm like by myself streaming or like doing something, I can just like do stuff. But like as soon as like if you were sitting beside me while I'm streaming, I feel like I'm not the same.
I feel like it's a very
Like,
normal thing.
And it's weird because like there's still people watching me, and I know people are watching me and like technically around me because they can see me. But when I'm like physically alone, even though people can still see me like through the stream, it feels like no one's there.
I feel like that's a very normal thing. Like, even people talk about like YouTubing and now like can't film in front of people. Like, when we were vlogging on our trip, like it was a lot harder to vlog around someone. Most people can't even like film YouTube videos in front of like their partners or anything. Like, some people can't even do it if someone's home.
I'm like that too. Like if I hear someone okay, I was streaming one day and subconsciously I knew my parents were home, but they were outside the whole time. I knew they were outside, but I was like, what if they're not outside because they're like around? And it just like wasn't the same. I don't know what it is. Like, why does my brain not like want to
I think
be me when there's like,
it's a hurdle you have to get over.
so I don't know. Like that's like, even in public, I go in public and I don't want to talk to people really. Like, it depends what type of, sometimes there's an odd mood that I'm like good to go and I'll talk to people, but like half the time it's like I will put my head down and I do not want, if I go for a walk around my block and someone's walking on the other side of the street, I cross the road just so I don't gotta make eye contact with them when I'm passing them.
But also, you say this, and then when we're in group settings, you're like the center of the room. Like, I feel like you don't mean to be, but I feel like you just like exist in your personality, and it like attracts people to like laugh at you and have a good time with you, and like people want to like be around you and be like entertained. Like,
I don't know. I don't know what it is because I know people watch me on Twitch for that and stuff, but like I feel like when it comes out when people are around, I feel like I'm annoying them or like I'm being extra.
that's because you probably think that about other people.
In certain scenarios, yes, but I don't know. I just don't want to like burden them of like me being annoying.
I feel like we need like a checklist to see if we ever make a podcast where we don't end up talking about your anxiety.
Bro, gotta be one of the most anxious. It's like I don't even like show it, but I live in it. Do I show anxious? Do I give anxious? What? Is that because you know me, or do I actually like give that walking in public? Like, am I like?
Well, you're not like shaking everywhere, but like if you ask you to do anything, I feel like it comes out. Like, trying to make plans with you is like, you can just see it.
Because I just don't want to talk to anyone, but I'll sit in my room and stream to 100 people.
That's not even what I mean. Like, I ask you, I'm like, do you want to do this? And you're like, yes, I don't know, no, maybe. Like, and then like it's 5 minutes before, and you're like, I said yes, and I'm like, no, you didn't. You said yes, no, I don't know, maybe, yes, no, I don't know, maybe. I have to do this, this, and this, and this, and this, but maybe we could go, and then yes, maybe, but like I also need to do this, is this, and then literally 5 minutes before, I'm supposed to know that you said yes in that conversation.
Then I ended on a yes, so that's like, you got to take what ended on.
Most of the time, you didn't end on yes.
Yeah, you're right. Most of the time, it's I don't know. I'll get back to you in 10 minutes, and then it's like 2 hours later before I get back to you.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes before we're supposed to do something, and I'm no longer ready to do it.
I don't know. My brain just sucks.
I always say, like, you hate when I tell you something last minute, like, we're going to do this, but you are such a last minute person because you can't need commit to it.
Hours to think about how it's going to affect my life, and I need hours to think about every single possible outcome that could happen. I could get shot. I could get stabbed. I could have the best time of my life. Someone could hit me by a bus. I could do this. Something that could happen. I could be doing this instead. And it's just like, I have to run through it all. Every possible scenario. It's like, I could do this first, and then go there, or we could go there first and then do this after, and this after. And then I have to run through it all and then think about which one of those scenarios is logically the best for me.
Which is fine, but then give me the same time. Like, don't expect me to do something last minute when you are like, actually, yes, we're gonna do this, or like, you'll literally tell me like, oh, so and so invited us out. Well, now we're not gonna go because you told me 5 minutes before, and I thought I was going to sit at home and read all night. And you're gonna be like,
yeah, well, your brain functions normally.
But I like to still like have a heads up.
I know, that's fair.
Next question. Okay, this is kind of like similar vein to the... Wait, you didn't answer what you think I would be at a county fair. Or should I answer? So I guess the question I actually asked you is what you think you would be, but then you didn't know, so then I answered it.
If you said what I said and the goat went this way and that way and that's way and this way, huh?
I think I'd be working the lemonade stand. At the county fair.
I feel like you would be one of the, like, fortune tellers.
You know what? Valid, because my next question, it fits really well.
Or you'd be running the bingo stand.
Yo, I love bingo. Lexi does a bingo night on her Patreon, and it gets me so hyped when we do it.
There's no way. Bingo is gotta be like...
She has the little like ball, and we all just sit there.
No,
and
she doesn't have the ball. No.
She goes, and then she calls the number, and then because of the delay on StreamYard, someone says bingo, and they're like 3 numbers back, but like it's so fun. We like print off our own bingo cards, and we're just sitting there waiting for Lexi to like roll it and call the number B54. Listen, I won $500 in bingo.
Yeah, you'd be the bingo lady.
I'm okay with that. I just love lemonade. So I would want to work the lemonade stand so I could drink lemonade all day.
I think I'm subconsciously thinking of you playing bingo as a child.
Yeah, I won $500. I went on an old people cruise to Alaska, and they had bingo night. And the first night there, we went and played bingo, and I won $500. But like my parents had to accept it because I was 13 or 12. And technically it's gambling. So they had to go get the money. And then I got to spend $500 on whatever I wanted. But really my parents spent it because I did not spend anywhere close to that. But they told me I could order pop as much as I wanted because I had the money.
$2 and you got free refills.
So there wasn't a lot of things to spend money on the cruise because like the food was included. I wasn't old enough to drink alcohol. You know.
Is alcohol included on cruises? I feel like it is. Isn't a cruise like an all-inclusive resort essentially, just on a boat trying to dodge icebergs?
I don't remember. I think it depends on what you go on. And not every cruise is Alaska. But it was a pretty cool cruise. Like, we did some cool things. Let's say you have to make money and you have a little hat and you're like a street performer.
Hat.
Like, you're a street performer.
I'm homeless and I'm asking for money on the side of the street.
No, you're a street performer. And right now, out of your like repertoire of things you have to perform to get those tips into the hat. What skill, what thing
I would be
are
naked,
you doing?
Like swinging my nuts around or something.
A big nut, Nick? like
what? In Vegas, you know when they like make puppets out of their wiener and stuff?
No, because someone went to Vegas without me.
Well, there's shows where people can swing their... They were in Thailand too. Remember, they said, "Do you want to go see a snake show?" And it wasn't a slithery snake.
I don't remember that. I just remember want to go see the ping pong shows, and I was like, no.
What was the ping? I remember the ping pong shows, but was that the same thing?
The ping pong shows were like a ping pong coming out of something, like shot out of something.
Same thing.
Wait, but like no one is tipping you for this. I'm just like not here.
I don't know.
And that's not a skill. That's such a lame answer.
Chris pays me to subscribe to me on Twitch to do that every night.
Ow,
She laughed so hard that I pulled something in her neck.
Ow. There was no laughing. It was great.
No, I think...
I feel like I would get fortunes. That would be a good one.
See, I told you you'd be a fortune teller.
I was going to say, like, I'd just, like, drop out into, like, an acting monologue, but as soon as you said fortune teller at, like...
No, I'd be, like, a gambler. I'd scam people in gambling or something on the side of the road. Like,
magic tricks?
Like dice or, like...
But you don't know any of this. It has to be something out of your repertoire right now.
That can't be that hard to learn.
But it's not in your repertoire right now.
Like, put the money under the cup and start, like...
I feel like you could... You're not, like... I feel like you're not, like, a comedian, but I feel like you could do some jokes.
I'm not funny, like, premeditated funny. It just comes. Like, I can't, like, script something funny.
That makes it even funnier, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I can't, like...
No one funny scripts things. Well, yes, comedians do, but...
Comedians do.
They're not
I can't,
funny.
like, put together, like, an act. It's like, one day, I would be the most boring person ever, and then the next day, you might get lucky and you get a good show where I'm actually funny.
You get a good show!
I would roll off of something that happens, like, in the heat of the moment. But, I don't know. If it's had to be something that I'm doing now,
Hot dog contest?
In what scenario?
You just eat hot dogs really fast.
What am I, Joey Chestnut?
I guess so.
Do you know who Joey Chestnut is? You don't. Joey Chestnut is like, he holds the record for most hot dogs eaten.
I assumed it was something like that.
Hot dog competition.
I don't actively follow hot dog competitions. I'm so sorry.
I don't, but it's like he's like a meme, so everyone knows who Joey Chestnut is. It's like Johnny Sins. Everyone knows who Johnny Sins is.
I didn't when you asked me that.
Which is also mind-blowing. You don't know two of the most iconic people in, like, American history. Johnny Sins and Joey Chestnut.
Why would I know a porn star?
Because it's Johnny Sins.
That means nothing to me.
That's like, just know, you don't watch hockey, but you know who Wayne Gretzky is.
Only 'cause
Johnny Sins is like the Wayne Gretzky of the industry.
I only know who Wayne Gretzky is because I live in Edmonton. If I lived elsewhere, I would not know.
You know who like Michael Jordan is. You don't watch basketball.
I know he's a basketball player, but that's like about it.
He's like, that's what I mean.
But
like,
if you named a baseball player, I couldn't.
Babe
And I
Ruth.
watched.
Do you know who Babe Ruth is?
If you ask
You know
me,
who Babe Ruth
so
is.
like I do if you say Babe Ruth, but if you ask me to name
There
like a
you
famous
go.
baseball player, nothing's coming to my mind.
Yeah, but
I could
it's
have named Wayne
like-
Gretzky and Michael Jordan.
The elitist of the sport. He's the elitist of the industry. And he's bald. So you can't miss him.
I don't know who he is other than that you told me who he was.
What were we talking about?
The hot dog competitions. It's fine. We can move on. If you had to be stuck in a store over the weekend, what store would it be?
Like a Walmart, probably.
IKEA forever.
I feel like a Walmart is good. Like, you got food in there. Did you ever go to Walmart as a kid and just, like, ride the bikes around with, like, your friends in, like, junior high or something? Like, had nothing to do, so you went to Walmart and, like, rode the bikes around and threw a football around in Walmart?
I feel like we did that in Zellers.
Close enough. Same thing.
My family didn't shop at Walmart, so I got shunned if we shopped at Walmart.
They're, like, the same thing.
So we did like a little bit of bikes and Zellers, but I never threw a football around.
He didn't throw anything.
No, I don't like to throw things. Nick
He
gets so
doesn't
angry. He'll be like,
throw.
throw the keys to me and I'll walk them over. I don't like when people throw things at me either. When I'm like, can you pass me that and you throw it to me? I'm like, I asked you to pass.
It's so much more efficient.
No, it's not because I'm going to fumble it and then
Well,
it takes up
don't
more of
fumble
my
it.
time.
Practice.
I don't need to, like, I don't. You
You
could have
do.
just.
Think of all the seconds in your life that you could save by just catching instead of having to walk.
I don't think it takes any less time.
It takes so much more time.
But also, I don't need
Like,
that second.
You're on the other side of the pool and I'm on one side of the pool. Instead of walking all the way around the pool, I just toss it over the pool and you catch it.
No, I could just walk it.
No, you just catch it and it saves you like 2 minutes.
What else am I? 2 minutes? How long is this fucking pool? I can't even throw
It's
that
long
much.
and skinny. You toss it and you catch it.
No, I don't need to save that time either.
I do.
What am I doing? I'm just sitting at the pool.
All
Just
the other
walking
things
over
that
to
my
you.
brain is thinking I need to do.
I don't have anxiety, so I don't need to throw things.
I don't think throwing has anything to do with anxiety. I just
Well,
need to
you
move
said
on
your
to the next
brain
thing.
has to do a bunch of things.
What if it's really hot outside and your feet are burning on the pavement of the pool and I throw you the key so that we can get out of the pool area so that our feet stop burning? Crickets.
I wasn't listening. I can't lie.
Move
All
on.
I heard is stop our feet from burning.
I don't want to tell you anyways.
Okay. This one is a big one. I'm asking you 3 questions, and you have to give me the answer and 3 reasons why to each question.
Holy hell, who do you think I am, Aristotle?
Yes. What is your favorite color?
No, we're not doing this. I can't pick favorites. We just had an entire episode on this. I can't.
Well, you
do
already
this.
picked your favorite color, so... But then you have to tell me 3 reasons why.
That makes it even worse than just picking something. Because then I have to, like, make the other colors feel self-conscious that they don't have that quality.
Yes, exactly.
That's what makes this even harder about...
Honestly, this answer almost is acceptable, but I think we can move on just from that answer. But...
I think orange, but I can tell you why. It just looks good. I don't know. And I've always defaulted to that. When someone peer pressured me into a color, that's what I had to pick, and I just stuck with it.
Okay, what is your favorite animal?
I don't know. On the other podcast, I said a rhino, but I feel like I had a glimpse in my I had a little stuffed animal as a rhino as a child. And it's got horns.
So you feel nostalgic to it?
I don't know, I guess so. If that's what that means.
And it's got horns. So, like, it's feisty?
No, it doesn't got that kind of a horn. It's got an antler on its head.
Wait, what? Yeah.
It's not horned up and feisty. It's got a horn.
Okay, what is your favorite body of water? And why?
Like, in terms of what? Like rivers or lakes or ponds or oceans?
Whatever you classify as a body of water.
A lake, because there's no sharks in it. It won't eat me when I'm on it. I can go fishing. I don't like the ocean. The ocean's got to be at the bottom. I'll pick that as a favorite for worst because no one likes the ocean because you could die several ways from the ocean.
Okay, so what you said about your favorite color and the reasons why was how you see yourself. So you didn't want to pick one. It's a default option. I don't know what this says about you and how you see yourself.
That I can't make decisions and I'm anxiety ridden.
What you said your favorite animal is how you feel about your partner. So I feel like, I don't know, nostalgia.
You're horny.
I guess I'm horny. That's not what I said, actually, though. I said, are they feisty? Because I feel like animals with horns are feisty. They're, like, aggressive.
I feel like you're not an aggressive person.
I feel like I have an aggressive personality, but I'm not aggressive.
Meh.
And your favorite body of water is what you feel about sex, which I think you just said because it's safe. So you like safe sex.
Wrap it up, baby.
Should I answer this or no? I feel like I already know.
You
so
can,
like, what's the fun
I guess,
in it?
But what's your color?
Yellow. Because my mom hated it.
You like the color yellow because you just spite people?
Probably. Well, this is about how I feel about myself. And it was bright and no one liked yellow. So I was special. Literally. No one I knew liked yellow.
Self-centered Cassidy.
Honestly valid. My favorite animal is a cat because they only like specific people.
They're also self-centered.
They only like specific people. They are very, like, cuddly.
You're not cuddly.
This is about you, essentially. The favorite animal is about your partner.
You think I'm self-centered?
I didn't say self-centered. You did. I said that they only like specific people. They're very cuddly, and they're independent. Those are why I like cats.
I would say so.
My favorite body of water is probably a pool.
Because it's safe.
Because it's safe. There's nothing in it.
It's small. Just like me.
It's
small.
Contained?
Contained.
Like, it's just like it's not wide open like a lake or an ocean.
I'm not going around the block.
Maybe.
Is that what that means?
Well, this one's about sex, so
you should be a fortune teller after this fucking shit.
I don't know the other one. Probably because I had one as a child. Which I don't know what that says about sex.
What the hell?
I'm uncomfortable now. I'm uncomfy. Well, that's the end of my questions. So, do you got anything else to say, or are we calling it a night? If any of you want to answer the questions, I will give you your fortunes in the comments. Favorite color and why, favorite animal and why, and favorite body of ocean. In the TikTok, someone said their favorite body of water was soup.
That's not a body of water. That's a dinner dish.
I think a glass of water would count, though.
As a body of water.
Yeah.
The definition of a body of water is like land surrounding water.
Well, yeah, but like I feel like it's up to some interpretation.
Maybe to an ant.
Okay, whatever. But I thought it was funny, and I feel like if you said soup, it'd be like cozy and comforting, and that makes sense to sexual appetites.
Gross. Or what if they just like to sleep with soup? Like they like to get physically intimate with soup.
Listen, we're reading into things, not just taking things as.
Well, some people got some weird things.
Okay, well, thank you for watching. If you have any answers to any questions, leave them down below. I always like to hear what people say.
Thanks. Bye.